Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am back again with another nail tutorial, and in today's video we're going to be doing fruit nails, as you can see by some of the inspo pics that I got off of Pinterest. I think that these nails turned out so cute and they are perfect for summer. I am going in with my base colors now, and of course I did the pop-off method for today's look. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish putting these colors down and we can get into the design. Now that we have the base colors down, I'm going in with my favorite matte top coat of all time. This works so well when you want to isolate chrome, but also in today's design, I'm going to be making a aura effect, and I find that when I use this matte top coat, it makes the aura really stand out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I believe it was just 2 nails, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply this and then we'll do the aura. When using eyeshadow to do your aura, I find that going really slow and building the color up instead of trying to pack a whole bunch of color in at first works better for me. And you also want to make sure that you are cleaning your brush off as much as you can between the transition colors, because you don't want any of those colors to kind of bleed together, and it'll come out way cleaner. Now that I'm pretty satisfied with how the mango is looking, I think I went in and added a bit more of the green because it was not showing up that well for me. But now I'm just gonna take some blue, and I, of course, like I said, make sure that you clean the brush off so that you don't get any of those other colors in there, and that we have a nice clean base. Next up, I'm going to be taking my 3D builder gel, and I'm gonna start separating out pieces. As you can see, I just do it on the lid. You can also use a paint palette as well, but I find that using the lid is fine. So here you see that I have a couple different segments. This one that I made was for the leaf on my mango, and then the other 2 are going to be for our blueberry nails. As you can see in that last clip, I was struggling to get the 3D gel on the nail, and that's because we put a matte top coat on the nail, and so nothing is gonna stick because we don't have that inhibition layer on the nail anymore. So what I did was just take a little bit of rhinestone glue, or you can use base coat too. Just take a little bit of that, cure it for like 15 seconds, and then the gel will stick. When it comes to money, I did concentrate. Make I tell you straight, you are not my bitch. If you become a should not be head of state. For my people, then go say, I know one bite, I know one die, I know one baby. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want feel For this nail, we are going to be doing a strawberry, and first I'm going to be placing the seeds, and I'm just going to be making a few rows of these, not too many, but each row is going to, window. Make sure that it windows the row right above it.
Alex, Babs.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I would have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough. Did you ever fool me? Would you ever picture us? Every time I pull my hair, was only out of fear that you'll find me ugly and one day you'll disappear. Cause the point of crying, it was never even now. Did you ever want me? Was I ever good enough? Good boys are way up, good boys are way up. He doesn't see us. You're not looking at me, boy. Good boys are way up, good boys are way up. He doesn't see us. You're not looking at me, boy.
He say that I'm good enough, cover my good. Think about shit that I shouldn't know. So I tell him it's one of me. He making fun of me.
Okay, now in order to make our strawberry 3D, I'm going to be taking the Markart rhinestone glue. Is that the rhinestone glue that everybody uses? Or, because I feel like that's the only one that I really know of. I like it, but I was just wondering, is that just the general consensus that all nail techs have come across, that we just like this one the best? I don't know. But this design is pretty tedious. You are just going to make diagonal lines. I was trying my best to stay in focus, but it's kind of hard when there's a camera literally in my line of sight. I wish y'all could see like the way that I be sitting in the chair to film these videos. But anyway, I was definitely out of focus. But all you're gonna do is just make diagonal lines in between the seeds that you made. And I think I also added a little bit at the top where the leaves are at. And yeah, it turns out super cute. Just make sure that you cure every line, basically. For this bright green thumb, I don't know why it's coming across this bright on camera. It does not look flattering at all. It's not this bright in person, but it's gonna be a kiwi, and I'm just taking my liner brush and going around the perimeter of this nail with some brown. And in order to give it that kind of fuzzy look that a kiwi has, well, not look, a kiwi is fuzzy, but we're gonna try to replicate that on this nail, and I will show you how in a second.
Sunrise and those brown eyes, yes, you're the one that I desire. When we wake up and then we make love, it makes me feel so nice. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're the talent all I take when my head hurts. You're the sunshine of my life. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow. No matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part.
All right, so now that we have the outline of our kiwi, before we cure the brown, I'm gonna take some clear acrylic and I'm gonna be scooping it and just pouring it over the nail, and it'll give us some texture. And you can repeat this process a couple times if you want to. I think I just did it once, but after you put the acrylic on the nail, you're gonna cure it and then dust off the excess. And if you want to add a bit more texture, you can go in with more brown and another layer of acrylic, and it'll make it more textured. Okay, so it turns out I actually hated this method that I was doing. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to put a big blob of color in the middle and then try and fan it out or whatever I was doing. It turned out way better for me to just make a whole bunch of little lines, and it gave me a way better effect this way. Completely optional, but to add a little more detail to this nail, I'm taking a green jelly polish, a dark green color, and I'm just going to be going over some of the lines that I did. And you really can't tell on camera, but it definitely adds a little more dimension. But like I said, this step is completely optional. I just did it because I'm crazy about details. Last but not least, we have the banana nail, which I thought was going to be way harder than it actually is. It's not hard at all. I started out with one ball of my 3D gel, and I'm just going to apply that to the nail and try to make it as flat as possible because it's going to help when you go in to make the peels. It works a lot better, I found, if you just make it super flat, and it looks more realistic that way. Now I'm going to take the more angled end of my cuticle pusher and I'm just gonna make a split in the middle, and then you're gonna see me start to literally peel back the gel so that it looks like a banana peel. And you see how since we made it thin, it just looks more realistic and it's kind of pointed on the ends. That's exactly what I was going for, and I didn't want the peel to touch the base of the nail, so you see me making sure that it kind of stays up in the air. And yeah, just have fun with this. It's super easy.
Guys, you know you better watch out. Some girls are only about. Some guys are only that thing. Oh, been trying to let it go. Trying to keep my eyes closed. Trying to keep it just like before. Times when I never even thought to speak. Don't wanna tell you what it is.
Alright guys, that is it for today's video. As always, thank you for watching, and let me know which nail was your favorite in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye.